What's up, guys? Here for the Week 4 video review. No better way to know it's 2020 than your beloved commissioner being the only person in the league that has yet to win this season. As I lost to Dalton this week, who was one of the other winless teams, and Derek also won his matchup. So I'm sitting lonely at the bottom in the standings at 0-4, but I will try my hardest to to win. Obviously, I got screwed with Devontae Adams taking a break last night. Obviously, wouldn't have mattered, after the fact, because I lost by quite a bit, 143 to 94. But going into Monday night, there was a slight chance I would have needed mostly everybody to play, fairly well for me to have a chance, and none of them played. None. The three that played didn't give that effort. So looking at the matchup here, I mean, outside of Odell Beckham, nobody on my team played well. Odell obviously balled out, had 36. Hilaire had 11, just couldn't find the end zone. Did get a touchdown out of Ingram. Darrell Henderson was supposed to be a big play this week. A lot of guys had him ranked in the top 15, and then all of a sudden they want to play Malcolm Brown the majority of the fucking game. I mean, obviously they won, so I guess in the grand scheme of things in real life, it doesn't, for the Rams, it doesn't make a difference, but not really sure what's going on there. Henderson was playing very well, and then obviously nothing. Obviously got 0 for Adams because they decided they're not going to play him. Obviously they didn't need him. They won. They have a bye week, so they'll make sure they get him very healthy. But obviously I anticipated him playing. He had a full practice Friday. Nothing comes out till Monday. There was a lot of like late breaking injury news and things this week, or changes to lineups for teams that usually happens before kickoffs on Sunday and shit like that, so we can make changes. So hopefully that's not a trend going forward, because I want to say Sony Michel got put on IR on Monday, and they took Damian Harris off IR on Monday. So I mean, obviously limiting options there. I have him in a couple leagues, so I couldn't make any changes there. Obviously, I should have moved Adams to potentially the flex spot, in case, obviously Monday night game, but obviously CEH played Monday night, and, not knowing until Sunday that the game was really was almost guaranteed to be on Monday. I just, got busy and didn't make that change, but it wouldn't have made a difference because I couldn't put anybody in because couldn't have done anything with Harris. I mean, potentially could have dropped somebody and got him off, but I'm not sure if it would have let me or not. Looking over here at Dalton's team, obviously Mixon had the big day with the 39 points and 3 touchdowns. Robinson played well, 100 yards, touchdown. Will Fuller had a 100 yards, touchdown. A.J. Green, 1 point. I don't know what the hell's going on. Obviously, clearly, he's not A.J. Green of old. I know the Bengals aren't a great team. He's been getting plenty of targets, plenty of, yardage on those targets. So, maybe it is something that will turn around. To this point, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Kareem Hunt with 19, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, Nick Chubb going down. He got a lot more playing time. Obviously, Chubb's going to be out for 6 weeks, so Kareem Hunt is shooting up boards, as he'll be the starting running back for the Browns. But the way the Browns utilized him on Sunday, and I think the other guy was Dearness Johnson, my guess is his role is not going to change too much. He may get a few more touches every game, but as long as Johnson comes in and can fill a decent role there, I think it'll be using there's 2 guys like it's been going, 65-35 split, something in that range. Kicker played very well for him. Defense had a touchdown, 3 interceptions, gave up 37 points and got 8 fantasy points. It's tough. Nothing going on the bench for either one of us. If he would have played Stafford, he would have got some more points there, so it could even blown me out by even more. Moving on, next matchup we have Kenny versus Jason. Jason won this one 152 to 135. Kenny had Josh Allen with 3 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook had a nice day with 2. Montgomery had 9. Obviously, he was supposed to blow up with no more Tariq Cohen, getting some more reps. Just didn't happen. Obviously, the Colts defense is something special this year. Devontae Parker had a nice game, just couldn't find the end zone. 10 for 110. Antonio Gibson had 21 points. Rams defense got him 12. Had Herbert on the bench with 23. So he's got two decent quarterbacks right now. DJ Moore only had 7. Julio with only 5. You expect a little bit more from those guys. I'm not really sure what's going on in Carolina. I know Anderson has been getting a lot of targets, and Teddy Bridgewater's making them play well. I was surprised to see them beat the Cardinals on Sunday as bad as they did. Looking over here at Jason's team, he has the #1 quarterback in football, Dak Prescott. Although the Cowboys can't win, but he threw for 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. If he keeps this up, he'll throw for like 6,500 yards, which would smash any records that are out there. Put up 37 points here. Latavius Murray played well, got 21. Tyreek Hill had a touchdown. Cooper Kupp had a touchdown. McLaurin had 10 for 118. Hawkinson, not a great day, but did find the end zone. His kicker got him 18. That's pretty huge there. Nothing going on the bench, and not really any bad plays. I mean, Higbee only had 3, but nothing crazy there. Next matchup we got Dakota versus Garrett. Garrett won this one 128 to 120. Minshew played well for Dakota, 21. Jeff Wilson with just the 2 points there. Obviously, he had a nice game the previous week. It looks like his options were somewhat limited. After he spent all that money in free agency on Carlos Hyde, he didn't even fucking play. So that was a little comical there. But given the fact that he has Chris Carson, I do understand, getting the backup there. And obviously, he got lucky. Chris Carson played, scored twice, got 24 points. Just not enough to give him the victory here. Mike Evans had a nice day, 22. Nothing else going on here. I mean, only 4.9 out of Ertz, 4 catches for 9 yards. That's seems pretty tough to do there. Nothing going on the bench. Looking over here at Garrett's team, Tom Brady balled out, had 370 and 5 touchdowns, 32.5 fantasy points. Kamara had 19. Obviously, if he could have got some of those Murray touchdowns, he would have had an even bigger day. And I'm sure majority of us are playing him in fantasy, in DFS like everybody else. Over 20 points for Chark and Thielen at receiver, so nice days there. Did have negative points out of his defense. Obviously playing Carolina, you expect them to do a little better. Not too much going on the bench. Did have Traquan Smith with 19 and Swift with 13, so could have got a few more points here and there. Next up, we got Garrett #2 versus Casey. Garrett #2 won this one 114 to 101. Casey has Lamar Jackson. That's basically his team at this point, outside of maybe a couple guys. 25 for him. Nick Chubb, obviously going to be out for 6 weeks. Got hurt, 4 points. Gurley finally had a nice game. Had 19 last night. I don't expect that to keep up. Tyler Lockett finally came back to reality. Only 5 points on 2 catches. Brandon Cooks had 0 points. He is absolute garbage at this point. Should be dropped. Jefferson's been putting it together the past couple weeks for Minnesota at 12 points there. Logan Thomas sucked, 1 point. CeeDee Lamb had a nice day, 23. Not much else going on there. A lot of young receivers on his team, so maybe he'll be able to overcome his love for Cooks apparently. Looking over here at Garrett #2, Kyler Murray, 3 touchdowns, but only 133 yards passing against Carolina. Little surprising there, 23 points for him. Zeke got him 17. Jonathan Taylor couldn't run on the Bears defense. A lot of us thought Jonathan Taylor was going to take over and be a top 5 back possibly, and that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. They've been playing Hines quite a bit, Wilkins as well. So this is probably going to be pretty typical for Taylor. Maybe finding the end zone on top of the 68 yards total here, but I don't expect him to blow up like a lot of people, including myself, thought would possibly happen. Double digits out of all the receivers in his lineup, and no touchdowns out of any of them. So when you can get double-digit points without scoring a TD. That's pretty big. Kelsey had 70 yards and 3 catches. Gesicki, who I thought was going to have a big day, played him in DFS, only had 1 for 15. Colts defense played nice. Kicker played nice. Nothing else really to speak of there. Next up, we got Derek versus Matt. Derek won this one 122-86. Derek had Breeze, who played all right. Melvin Gordon had a nice game on Thursday. I don't expect that to happen too much. He had 25 there. Derek had Sony Michel in his lineup, who got put on IR. But like I said, I believe that happened Monday, so I can't really give him shit for not putting somebody in there. And in the grand scheme, it didn't make a difference for his team anyways. Landry had him 13. Did have a passing TD. Big day out of George Kittle. He got him back. 15 catches, 183 and a touchdown. I mean, that's big time numbers there. Galladay had 14, so nice day out of Galladay. Nothing going on his bench. Looking over here at Matt's team, Mahomes got 20. Obviously, that's like a minimum you expect from Mahomes every week, so that's probably a little disappointing there. Singletary had a touchdown, 16 points. Ronald Jones had 16 points. Calvin Ridley, 0 catches for Calvin Ridley, who has been absolutely dominating, the first few weeks of the season. Very surprising there. Had Deontay Johnson in his lineup, who obviously got put on bye week. It was either Wednesday or Thursday last week, so I had plenty of time to make an adjustment there. Obviously, had Mecole Hardman on the bench. Could have put him in. Could have got some more points there. I don't know Matt too well. I know Garrett knows him, so hopefully that's not a trend, something that doesn't keep up, so we can keep things competitive. We have Cole Beasley, who had 11. Mo Alley Cox had 1 catch, but it was for a touchdown. Nothing else going on there. Did have Aaron Rodgers on the bench, who had 30. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes on the same team. I would try to find somebody to make a trade there that needs a quarterback and get some improvements to your team. I mean, you definitely need some running back help and maybe a little bit at receiver. But who am I to say? I'm 0-4. So last matchup we got here is Josh versus Michael. This is why Josh has not been higher in the power rankings, because he got his ass whooped 156-80. Russell Wilson finally played like a normal quarterback and only had 21. Obviously, Eckler had 2 points, did suffer the injury in the game, will be out for probably 4 to 6 weeks. Devontae Freeman played all right. I mean, 8.8 points out of him. I mean, I think that's pretty decent. Boyd continues to play well, just not scoring 13 points there. Waller had a decent game, 9 for 88. James White came back from his absence, 9.5 there. Nothing else going on. Obviously, he got Derrick Henry on bye week because of the COVID. Didn't play Debo, but he only had 6. Obviously, Godwin was out with injury as well. So just need to get his guys healthy. That's a big thing there. I mean, obviously, if everybody on his team was healthy, it'd be his team probably wouldn't be too bad. Just maybe a little hurt in that receiver, in my opinion. But he'd have 2 pretty decent running backs with Henry and Eckler. Looking over here at Michael's team, we got Deshaun Watson at 2 TDs, 21 points. Jacobs, 9 points. Aaron Jones had the receiving touchdown last night. They've also been playing a lot of Jamal Williams for Green Bay, which is probably a little scary for some Aaron Jones owners. Cooper had a huge day, 12, 134 and a touchdown. I mean, nearly his whole fucking team had double-digit points. Not outside of his kicker, his defense, and Josh Jacobs, everybody double digits. I mean, just touchdowns galore out of most of them, or a good chunk of them. I mean, 2 out of Mark Andrews, 1 out of Mike Davis, 1 out of Cooper, 1 out of Jones. I mean, nice days out of him. I mean, he's even got guys on his bench with double digits. I mean, just overall a pretty strong team there. Nothing really crazy for waivers this week, at least in my opinion. I mean, you guys can spend your money however you like, or shoot for the players you need to shoot for. Clearly, at this point, probably nobody respects my opinion because I'm 0-4. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully my team can get healthy and turn it around. I mean, obviously I had a surprise bye week for a guy, and Devontae Adams fucking sitting out. I mean, it's tough sledding for me, and obviously some of my guys just aren't really panning out. But we'll see what happens. I know I've sent some trades out, feelers, trying to see if we can make some moves, and maybe just got to change things up. I mean, what I have's not working, so got to see if we can get something else going here. I'll have power rankings posted here shortly, and best of luck to everybody this week, and hopefully we have no more COVID issues.